Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and those who don't know what the hell you are yet. Hopalong PR here, and this is On Point, where I am anything but. Well, if you haven't lived under a rock for a few years, and you have access to internet, then you've no doubt heard something about the band Gorillaz and their upcoming album. Now, just a little forewarning, Gorillaz are my third favorite band. List's right over here. Anyhow, now like most Gorillaz fan, I've been very patient for this album. And when news of Humanz dropped and it was going to be released in about a month now, I did what every other Gorillaz fan in the world did. So allow me to do what I do best. No. Close, but no. There we go. Alright, allow me to introduce the band, the animated band. You have 2D, who is the band's singer, Russell, the band's drummer, Noodle, the band's guitarist, and Murdoch, the Satanist bassist for the Gorillaz. Now, they're fictional characters in an animated world, and they are world's top fictional band, putting it at that. This has been something that's 16 years in the making. It started 16 years ago, and since then, they've actually had the characters age as time progressed. Really brilliant move, I had to say. And also through the 16 years of their lifespan, the Gorillaz have gone through 3 phases so far. Now, allow me to elaborate a little bit of what each phase is. Each phase was designed to suit a certain purpose for the album. The first one was to distinguish that the virtual band were the members that needed all the attention or got the attention, excluding the real life members, especially, Damon Albarn. Him and Murdoch just don't get along too well. But that was the first act, the first phase. Second phase was pretty much, the Gorillaz' rise to fame. And then phase 3 was Escape to Plastic Beach. Second phase 2, Slow Boat to Hades, was all around the album's theme of, these are like a dying person's last thoughts. What's going through their head. Whereas you have Plastic Beach was really an album showing the nonsense and the bullshit that corporations are pulling across the world. Now you may be wondering why I'm mentioning all of this, aside from, me geeking out, but it does bring me to my main point. I think I have a theory with very little evidence, mind you, of what the phase of the album is. Alright. So as of writing this, there are only 2 music videos out, Hallelujah Money and Saturn's Bars. Hallelujah Money is a piece of, let's say, political disrest, and Damon just not liking how the world political system is going, especially over here with, the bullshit money and racism techniques that was used for a certain president, not saying any names. Anyhow, now Saturn Bars, I could not find a set definition of what it's supposed to be, so allow me to kind of give you what I make it out to be. It's the moment in your life where everything you had been taught and were expecting to go is interrupted by an earth-shattering event, an earth-changing event. And they were terrified of the events, but they're still progressing through life and trying to make it work. Now I'm willing to bet that the first half of the album of Humanz will be about the earth-changing events, or, the apocalypse. The second half is how humanity will restore itself and how the humans will maintain either their control or the spiral into chaos. Now, if this were to happen, the Gorillaz music videos would more than likely tell the story arc starting at the beginning of the end and ending at the end of the end. Now, this is the first jump away from logic that I have, but I'm willing to bet that whatever happens, the Gorillaz, or rather their acquaintances, somehow start everything. I don't know how, but hey. It's a world where the Gorillaz have done all of this shit. Are you really telling me an apocalypse is really beyond the realm of belief? Now this leads me to my thought about what this phase is going to be called. I think this phase is going to be called The End. Because why not have it be the end when humanity is facing an apocalypse and, you know, struggling to reform itself? Now, this is just me being a weird fan making all these logical jumps, but between the two music videos, there have been one thing linking them to each other, and that's this dilapidated house. This place is going to be significant for some reason in the story arc, and I'm willing to bet that it might even show up in all of them in some way. Oh yeah, not to mention, I noticed something while watching Saturn's Bar. I'm gonna let you watch it a few times, see if you can get it. Have you gotten it yet? Allow me to help. This guy, this thing, I have no idea what it is. I have not seen anything online about it. So I'm thinking it might be the person who brings about the end. And here's where I say it could be an acquaintance of the gorillas. It also could be the boogeyman's true face. The boogeyman was supposed to represent like all the evils of the world and somehow got stuck working for Murdoch. No, you know, because reasons. But if that's the case, then the boogeyman will meet against his rival once more. This might be the final bout between the two. And, you know, the world just happens to be happenstance. Or, you know, I might be completely wrong, and I don't know what's going on. But hey, I just wanted to make this video to share my thoughts about it. When I first heard about Humanz, I knew I had to talk about it. I already had a completely separate video ready for today, but you know, I'm just so pumped about this new album, I had to make something. I'm excited about it, so hope this has been somewhat mildly entertaining for you guys. So anyhow, thank you guys for watching. As always, don't be afraid to make some noise down in the comments. Let me know what you think, if I'm right, if I'm wrong, if you have some other ideas of yourself, or even if you know information. Hell, let's do this. Let's try to figure out what it's about. We'll make sure we beat Matt Pat to the theory on this one. Anyhow, guys, thanks for staying weird.